All right. What's going on, Rock Chalk Jayhawk Nation? We are here at Kansas versus Oklahoma Club Baseball out in Topeka. I am Xander Loosefelt here with Austin Humphrey. Sorry, we came to you a little bit late. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are up just to get you caught up. Oklahoma has 2 runners on base. There are 0 outs. This is a new count right here. And up at Austin Humphrey, how are you doing today?
I'm good. It's freezing.
It is freezing cold. It is freezing cold. Well, last time we were here, and the pitch is he's going to steal, and he is going to get safe, and now they have runners on second and third. Sorry, let's get up. We only have really first names here, but we have hitting right now, I believe, is number 10. He's the third man. It's Alex, I believe. Oh, no, I would say that's...
Those are first names.
Is this
I think those
first
are first names.
It's either Alex or Justin. It's unclear, but...
I think it's Justin.
All right, we have Justin up at bat right now for Oklahoma, and pitching for Kansas, we have Dax. And right now, last time I was here, it was a bit of a hot start for Dax. He pitched 6 straight strikeouts to start the game, and now we got another strike here by Dax. But so far, as we've seen, 2 runners on base, couple stolen bases. Oklahoma's in scoring position early, and there are still no outs for Kansas. So Austin, how are you doing today? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Austin, as you said. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. It's my first broadcast for club baseball here at KU. And I'm excited to be here, even though it's, like I mentioned before, it's cold.
It is cold. We are approaching temperatures of around 40 degrees, which is probably going to make this, and that is a strike. I believe that is strike 2 now. That is a 2-2 count. Dax is going to need to get a strikeout here, has a chance at a double play afterwards if he can do that, but right now Oklahoma is threatening early. Let's see. The pitch. And that is slightly wide to the right, and that is a walk. The bases are loaded for the Oklahoma Sooners. Fun fact, guys, I don't know if you remember this from last string, but I am from Tulsa, Oklahoma, so this is definitely a little bit of a homer match for me, but that does not mean I'm rooting for them. Always Rock Chalk. And up now to bat, we have Alex with the bases loaded. Dax is really going to need to get some going. The KU outfield is really going to need to make a big stop here. Let's see the pitch. Oh, and that is wide left. That is a ball.
Command issues for Dax so far. He's only thrown 2 strikes so far.
Could
See
be
if he can rile back in.
Could be the weather playing a factor. It is really cold. It's got to be hard to get a grip on that ball right now. And that's a nice hit, and that is going to be a foul ball. And that is well gone out of there. And the Oklahoma dugout is chirping at him.
I just want to see out of that bat here. Alex, cleanup hitter for a reason. Bases loaded. He's attacking early. I like to see this. Lefty-lefty matchup, too.
Yeah, it should be interesting as we'll see this next pitch on the 1-1 count. And that is another foul ball. Can he get it? And it will be into the Oklahoma dugout. And that will be another strike. It'll be a 1-2 count now. This could be a big strikeout here. If he gets a hit, Oklahoma's more than likely bringing in a runner. So if Kansas wants to even keep the score even, they're going to need to get a big stop. And that's going to start with Dax right here. It's 2 strikes. We'll see what he'll do with this pitch. The pitch. Ooh, and he almost hit him, and that'll be outside to the right of the box, and that'll be a 2-2 count.
Good pitch selection there. I like it. Got him frozen up.
It's a great way to be disciplined by Alex, though, right there. Very impressive.
Very, yes.
Oh, and that's another foul ball. This one straight back into the net, backwards. That is 3 foul balls now for Alex. You can see he wants to come out swinging, but so far hasn't just quite gotten into the play of field, but it is close. It is close. We'll see what happens here. This count is still 2-2. Dax with the pitch. And if we haven't said it enough, it is freezing out here. And the hit. And he gets it into the right field. And 1 runner scores. We'll see how far he goes. It looks like he's going to hold up. Oh, he's going to go for 2. And that is 2 runs scored and a double. 2 runs batted in for Alex. Brody and Owen will score. Oklahoma is now up 2-0 in the top of the first inning. Still,
Good.
No outs for
Good
Kansas.
Job, 2-strike approach there. Just shortening up and just getting the ball in play. You know you're going to at least get 1 if you hit the ball on the ground in play. And he hits it hard enough to get to the outfield and just soft enough that the grass here is just, it's hard, so it's not, or it's soft, so it's not going to roll as far.
Absolutely. And I could be wrong about this, but in cold weather, that ball is going to crack even more once you hit it. That is going to go far. So getting a hit here is going to be important for these teams.
Yeah.
Not just getting on base. And that is a early strike from Dax. We'll see about this next pitch. The pitch. Oh, and that one is wide to the right.
I feel like you see a lot of variety in baseball too. A lot of one piece is going to be used here in this cold weather, like the voodoo that he has here. And I also think,
Oh, another one wide to the right for Dax. That is a 2-1 count. We've seen a lot of pitches wide to the right, Austin.
yeah, he's that arm side action. He's trying to paint that outside. He just can't find it right now.
No, it doesn't seem like he can. Here we go. This pitch is, and that's another one a little bit wide to the right. That is a 3-1 count now. And Oklahoma once again has a chance to load the bases if they can get a walk here. And if we haven't said before, this is Zach up to bat right now. And that is a strike. All right, 3-2 is the count. And that is high, and that'll be a walk. And that is another bases loaded opportunity for Oklahoma. This is the second time they've already had the bases loaded early in games. There's still no outs. Austin, what's Kansas have to change up right now to try to stay alive in this game before the first inning is over?
Dax just needs to find the strike zone here. He just needs to just throw it in the zone, really. The ball's not going to travel. It's cold.
That's a nice strike pitch from Zach right there.
It's cold. He just needs to just get the ball in play, let his defense work, let his defense make a play.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't have put it better myself. As the second pitch comes, and it's a wild pitch. And Oklahoma will score again. And that is another runner home. That is 3-2-0. Oklahoma. That is Justin who gets in right there, I believe. Wow. And just in case, again, Keeland is up to hit, in case we didn't say it enough. That is a 1-1 count, and that is another rough pitch. And if something happens, he gets on first. This is another bases loaded opportunity early for the Sooners. Man, what a disastrous start for the Jayhawks here. And this one's a nice hit. Let's see if he can get one out. He'll get one out, but one will score. And a runner will be on third as Oklahoma takes a 4-0 lead.
It's a big out there, though.
That is a big out, absolutely. Had to get one there. Probably wasn't going to get the guy at home. He just jogs in. But a solid hit in for Keelan there. And now I believe it is Jack up to bat for the Sooners. That first pitch is wide right. Again, Zax has been finding wide right a lot here. Not really sure what the issue has been, but just can't seem to find that strike zone early in these counts. And that is another one wide right. That's going to be a 2-0 count. I gotta wonder if the wind is playing a factor at all. We do feel a slight breeze going to, I guess that would be his left technically, but our rights.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that wind is carrying that ball, which means he needs to target that. And there's a nice one. And that one is up and fouled away, and it gets into the other play of field. You know, last time when I was here, Kansas State and Missouri S&T were playing on that field, and the Jayhawks hit 5 balls into the Kansas State play of field. You can tell the rivalry was good and alive, but unfortunately on Sunday, Kansas State came back, and they were able to take down the Jayhawks on their home field.
It was all weekend. Kansas State just had Kansas's number. They lost in volleyball on Friday, and not club baseball, but the affiliated baseball.
It was
a rough weekend.
It was a rough Sunflower showdown, for the Jayhawks. They just could not really get a win in anything. Had leads, had a couple chances, had momentum, but it just was never really there. And 3-1 is the count here. Oh, he's stealing home, and he gets home on a wild pitch. He gets home on a wild pitch. It is 5-0. He steals home plate. You don't see that too often, but that one wasn't even close because Charlie Marshall, the catcher, could just not make the catch there.
I would almost mark that down as a stolen base. He was well out in front. I think the pitch didn't really make a factor.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. It wouldn't have mattered if he got it. But finally, at least something for Kansas. They've only got a runner on first, so Oklahoma's not in scoring position right now, which has got to be new, and he's going to check base here. And, last time I was here, we saw Charlie Marshall steal home plate. It was 4 scoreless innings when they were playing. I believe it was the Pitt State Gorillas. And Charlie Marshall stole home plate in that 5th inning, which saw 5 runs scored. And that was the inning that really took it away for the Jayhawks. And he's going to steal base. And he's safe. He gets the stolen base. That is another stolen base for the Sooners. I don't know exactly how many they have, but it feels like 3 or 4 at this point. I mean, this is just, so far, an easy domination for the Sooners. There's still only 1 out. This has been a long first inning.
Yeah.
That is a strike there from Dax. 0-2 is the count. All right, Austin, tell me, what is your experience with baseball? You've played it all, familiar with watching it. What's your experience?
growing up, I've been playing since I was probably 5 years old. Played club baseball, played high school baseball all 4 years.
There's the hit.
Very familiar with the game of baseball, and being from St. Louis, been to a bunch of Cardinals games as well. So, World Series Game 7 on tonight in Toronto.
And
So that should be
yes,
fun.
yes,
I'm
in
ready for that.
Toronto, Canada gets to host a World Series, which is definitely not great for the Patriots in America. But yeah, I'm curious. The Dodgers just got a big win last night. A little bit of controversial with the wedge ball there. Nothing can happen here because this is a metal fence. But what did you think about the ending to last night's Dodgers versus Blue Jays game?
You know what? I didn't watch a ton of it, but all I know is that the Dodgers have a lot of talent. The Blue Jays also have a lot of talent, so it should be a really fun end of the series.
Couldn't agree more. As we see ball one there from Dax. That's another pitch wide right. It's a 1-2 count right now, and I believe it is Charlie up to hit at the moment.
Should have brought an extra pair of pants. This breeze.
Should have brought some gloves. That would have been the ideal move for me. And that is they're going to call a ball. So it's a 2-2 count. Yet to see a strikeout. Last time I was here, it was strikeouts galore for both teams. So interesting to see a lot of hits early on. Oklahoma clearly came ready to play. We'll see now the pitch from Dax. Oh, he's going to steal third. Oh, he gets the hit, so it doesn't really matter. Can he get him out? He gets him out. And he's going to get home. Another runner gets home. And they have pretty much made it through the entire order. That is 6 runs scored for the Sooners in the first inning. What a great way to start it. Even though he gets the out there, he's able to get the run batted in. How big is this? Is this even a possible lead for Kansas to come back in at this point?
It's early, so anything can really happen.
This is true.
But Oklahoma, just great base running there. I don't know. I'm not sure if it was a hit and run just because there was 2 strikes, but stealing third and then the aggressive base running to see that the pitcher's back was to him.
Oh, and there we go. Let's see. Can they end the inning here? They will. Eli gets out. Kansas gets off the field. We will be back in just a moment.
Let's do it.
Okay, and we are back at the bottom of somehow just the first inning, even though Oklahoma leads 6-2-0 on the scoreboard. The first pitch is wide right, and I'd like to apologize for a little bit of the issues with some miscommunications on my part. That was on me, but I think I had the team rosters mixed up. So now I believe it is Brody up for Kansas hitting. It was not. I had the wrong names up for Oklahoma. We'll see that pitch. Oh, he mishandles it, and he'll get safe to first. A good hit into the short left part of the field for Brody, and he'll get safe to first base. It's a good start for Kansas, don't you think, Austin?
Yeah, I think I'm going to mark that one down as an error in the book. It was a tough play, but I definitely play that should have been made. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good momentum shift though for Kansas though.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's definitely something they much needed, and honestly, I think that's the cold weather again. Might have been at play there for. I'm not sure who it is on third base, but
he's not even wearing sleeves. He's not even faced. He's not
not
even wearing sleeves.
Oh, and there we go. That pitch is going to be high and right, and it's into the pitcher's
bullpen.
Pitcher's bullpen. Yeah.
Bullpen.
Sorry, I couldn't think of the name for a second. The Kansas bullpen. Yeah. It's a high pitch to the right there as Owen is up to hit, and that is an 0-1 count right now. Pitching for the Sooners is actually Dax. It was Max for Kansas. That was my mistake. But similar name, so you know what, we can get away with it. And
yeah, just
Dax
mispronounced
that one's up the middle. Is he going to go try to make the double play? He gets one, but he'll get safe to first. All right. Owen gets safe on base. Brody is out at second. And up now to Hicks, we have Alex. Alex, the
Kansas. You go ahead.
third baseman for the Jayhawks. Austin, go ahead.
Kansas just needs to find base runners. It's a long deficit. You still got a long game ahead. I like the aggression early, but would like to see him get more base runners too. But anything can happen. It's baseball.
The first pitch is wide right. It's a wild pitch, and he'll take second. Owen will take second base pretty easily here off the wild pitch. And let me correct myself earlier. It is Justin up to bat for the Jayhawks, not Alex. That is my mistake. Well, last time I was on this broadcast, we talked a little bit at the end. It was a blowout in the end of the game, 13-3, about our Jimmy John's sandwiches. You can see we are not sponsored by Jimmy John's, but they are up in the back. Austin, what's your go-to sandwich?
It actually might be Jimmy John's because I'm a big mayonnaise guy. So
okay.
So I like the mayonnaise flavor, but you never go wrong with like Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is always elite.
Have to agree. As I've gotten older, it's always been Jersey Mike's, but I do love me some Jimmy John's still. What do you get on your sandwich?
Typically just get like the typical club.
That is a strike right there. A typical club. I like it. I like the order.
Club, but I don't know. You ever been to Penn Station?
I've never been to Penn Station. I've never even heard of that,
actually. It's top 3. Penn Station is where it's at. You get a little toasted club. If you like the mayonnaise mustard action, it's like a sweet mustard too. So it's pretty good.
That'll be a high pitch there, and it'll be a 3-1 count. We'll see if Justin can get on base for the Jayhawks. You can see, I believe that's Owen on base. Really wants to go to the third, and there's a high hit, and that is going to be up and above, fouled out of play, and it hits the dugout on the other field and into the other field of play, but nobody's on there right now, so it's okay. Last week, that could have been a little dangerous, could have almost taken out a couple Kansas State players. Might have been the Jayhawks' goal, honestly, but
that's what I would have done.
But that is a 3-2 count now. Here's the pitch from Dax, and that is a hit, and that is another foul ball into right field. Owen will hold second base. You can see he's really itching to get to third. Kansas just itching to put some runs on the board, get in scoring position here.
Yeah, he is in scoring position on second base. So base hit here will probably score him, especially with how deep the outfield's playing. Base hit up the middle will for sure score him. Right field maybe, left field maybe. But
got to find that right hole, and that's another foul ball. This one's up and away, and it's going, and it is into the other field of play. That is the third ball into the other field of play. Well, last time I saw 5, we are trying to go for a record here.
Yeah,
don't actually know if that's a record, but it's a personal watching record for myself. So let's see. 3-2 is still the count. Oh, and he hits him. Ooh. Justin just ate that one to the side. And when it's cold like that, it hurts even more.
Yeah, that was an off-speed
That's
pitch.
going to leave a mark right there.
It was an off-speed pitch, too. Just got away from my thighs are cold and hit him right in the thigh, right in the meat of the thigh. So I already know that's.
Oh, that one is going to sting for a while. Hopefully he'll be okay to run to try to get to second base because they need some scores. So anyways, it is now Alex up to bat for the Jayhawks, and that one is wide right.
But Kansas is kind of starting to get base runners, like I mentioned earlier. They need to get base runners because that's how you chip into this lead. You need Max to go back out and throw strikes and get outs and just chip away at this lead. You don't need to get it all back now, but just chip away at this lead.
So it's a 7-inning game. It is a long game. We're still amazingly in the first inning, and that one is going to be caught. Oh, and he barely gets back to second. That is a nice grab from the shortstop, and I believe that was Andrew. Not sure if it's... Yeah, that was Andrew, the shortstop, who caught that ball. A little bit of a tough hit for Alex. There's the Jayhawks. 2 outs, 2 runners on base. Not exactly in scoring position, but a nice base hit into right or left field might just give him a shot. We have Zach up to bat now. We'll see what happens here.
If I'm Oklahoma here, just let the defense work. If I'm Dax here, just let the defense work. You only need one more out.
That is a ball high above the box there for Dax on his first pitch.
You don't want to allow Kansas to get in the hitters' counts and for them to be aggressive because that's how Kansas can chip away back in this game. If you're Dax, you got to just find a strike zone and get ahead early in the count. So he's struggling to do that here. But
And that is a 2-0 count. Yeah, as you said, trying to stay ahead of the count. If he can just put a pitch well, that should pretty much end the inning for the Sooners. Get out with a 6-0 lead, and even extend that lead. I mean, they've been hitting the ball really well. Ooh, and that one is almost hit. Probably should have just ate that one for the better team, but that was a fastball. I would not have wanted to get hit by that, man, especially not in the legs.
That is a 3-0 count. On the top of the foot. That doesn't feel great.
That could not feel great. And again, especially the cold weather, we can't stress it enough. It is 40 degrees at best out here, even though the sun is shining.
We're in the shade, so it's a little colder, and we're a little elevated. It's a little more elevated, too, so.
This is true. This is first strike there. It is a 3-1 count now, looking to get out of the inning. Dax, and that'll be a walk. Kansas will load the bases with Keelan coming up to hit. This is the actual Keelan this time. This is not the player from Oklahoma I thought it was last time. Last time that would have been Noah when I said Keelan, so my apologies to the actual Keelan, who's up to hit right now for the Jayhawks. Bases loaded, 2 outs. We'll see where this pitch goes. Dax. And that one is wide right. We've seen a lot of pitches go wide right today.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well, one's missing arm side and one's missing glove side. That's just simple as that. One's over exaggerating, one's not exaggerating enough. So
we got to find that happen. And there's another one wide right. Oh, that one had the danger of being a wild pitch, which surely would have scored a runner in. I believe that is still Owen on third base. Definitely would have scored a runner for the Jayhawks if that pitch goes wild. So, great catch from the catcher, who I believe that is Cody. And that is a strike. It'll get back to third just barely before the tag out. All right, we got a 2-1 count now. Sooners desperate to get out of the inning. Safe as the bases are loaded. The Jayhawks desperate to get at least a 1 on the board, get a little bit of it back. Oh! He took that one to the shoulder, but it'll score a run. So, you know what? Keelan hits that one and takes first base, but ooh.
It's all right. That stings a little bit.
Oh, a little bit. Man, a lot of it. How about that? Wow.
Those were not fun back in the playing days.
No, I can't imagine this. But the Jayhawks will score a run. Owen will get home off that. Man, that just looks painful. It makes me cringe a little bit up here. It made me almost flinch up here. And we are it's protected in playing field, but the bases are still loaded now for the Sooners. And that is a strike.
If you're Dax, that's what you want. If you're Oklahoma, that's what you want. You want your pitcher to just throw strikes right now, get out of the inning. You have a 6-1 lead. And balls are not going to get hit into the gap right now. It's too cold for that.
Oh, and a wild pitch! And he's going to try to get home! Will he? He'll get home. Justin, I believe, gets home. And that is 2 runs for the Jayhawks. 2 outs still, but they are in scoring position. The count is 1-1. That is a big couple of plays right there for the Jayhawks. That is a rough going for Dax right there. Hits a pitcher, wild pitch, just tough way to give up 2 runs.
Self-inflicting wounds here for both teams early on. Max and Dax both struggling.
He hits it, and looks like that'll be safe, and that'll do it. All right, the first inning is over. The score is your Oklahoma Sooners 6, your Kansas Jayhawks 2. We'll be back in a short minute. All right, rock chalk, everybody. We are back at the top of the second inning, and the Oklahoma Sooners hold a 6-2 advantage. They'll be batting again. That is another pitch wide right for Max. That is
Max.
It is not Dax. It is Max. I was saying it wrong the first time. And that is another pitch right. That is a 2-0 count. Up to bat for the Sooners is second baseman. I believe. Sorry if I butcher this. Hayato. Hayato or Hayato. I'm not exactly sure, but you know what? It's the second baseman for the Oklahoma Sooners, and this is a 2-0 count in this pitch. That is a nice pitch down the middle on the curve there. I think that's what he's been trying to do a little bit.
Adjustment. Yeah, he's been missing arm side a lot today. Just needs to get that adjustment. He wants to paint the corners. He's just not doing it.
Yeah, watching that.
He's just missing it.
And there's one up, and away. It's going over, and it is going to be not quite into the field of play. It's a souvenir for a lucky fan in the other field, depending on how you define lucky. All right, 2-2 is the count. Max with the pitch.
Good pitch.
And he got him.
That's
First strikeout for Max of the day. One early out. That is exactly what you need to see if you're the Jayhawks right now. They didn't get an out until they had 5 runs scored they had allowed 5 runs to the Sooners last time. So that is a good way of staying ahead of the runners right there. So
it's a really good pitch sequence there. Just he's been painting the outside corner, and then
that is a foul.
He goes back outside with the curveball or the off-speed pitch. Backdoor is what they call it when it's a lefty on a righty. That was just a really good pitch. I enjoy that.
Yeah. And, I'm curious to see if we'll see any home runs today. Last time I was here, we did not get a home run over the fence. And the reason I really want to see this is, and he drops the pitch. Not that it matters. That'll be a ball. It is a 1-1 count. Because if that pitch goes over the fence, or that ball goes over the fence on a home run, that will more than likely hit a car, which...
Yeah, in right field, it looks like. But I don't think we'll see any more home runs today with the cold weather and whatnot, and it's so hard to barrel local baseball, especially when you're ranging in on those freezing temperatures.
Yeah, we haven't seen it hit far, as this pitch will be a ball high above the box, I believe. Let's call that as a 3-1 count now for Max. And
it's a tight one. That's a tight call from the blue there, but.
And it is Cody, the catcher, up to bat, by the way. Oh, and he'll get one, and nice catch by the first baseman. I believe. I believe it was a nice catch by the first baseman to tag out at first base, and it's 2 outs.
Yeah.
And the Jayhawks have done their job this time around. Complete opposite of the last inning. Great turnaround for them.
If you're the manager for the Kansas Jayhawks right now, you got to be pleased with what Alex doing. He struggled that in the first inning, heavily allowing 6 runs, walking a lot of people, but right now he's finding the strike zone. He's getting into a groove.
Exactly what you want to see. Could have just been a slow start. That pitch is wide to the left. Haven't seen a lot of that, probably because we have a left-handed batter up. That is Edie, the third, or Eddie. I could be saying that wrong. Eddie or Edie. We'll call him Eddie for now. That sounds more likely. Ooh, and a nice pitch there from Max, and that is a 1-1 count. Yeah, Eddie, the third baseman. Last time, I'm pretty sure he walked, if I'm not mistaken.
I think this. Oh yeah, he did.
Because that was the first time the bases were loaded, and that is I believe they called a ball. That is a low pitch there. Yeah, he's definitely painting a lot of different areas than he was last time. A lot less wide right pitches, a lot more, and that is a nice pitch from Max there. That is the second time he's been caught. That's the second time Eddie has been caught swinging, and it is a 2-2 count. Let's see if he can get out of the inning. It would be great to see a strikeout for the Jayhawks. Down 4 runs. Definitely don't want to allow any more. Max with the pitch, and he gets him swinging. 2 strikeouts for Max in the inning, and the Jayhawks go 1, 2, 3 and get out to the bottom of the second inning. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, welcome back. We're at the bottom of the second inning now. The Jayhawks are up to bat, down 6-2 at the moment. Charlie Marshall is the batter for the Jayhawks. The pitcher for the Oklahoma Sooners is Dax. And that is a low ball in the first pitch here. All right, Austin, we asked this question last time when we were playing the Pitt State Gorillas, but I'm curious. Who wins in a fight? 100 gorillas or one man?
Or one man. You mean the 100 men or one gorilla?
Oh, yes.
Because it'd be hard for a man to fight 100 gorillas, I'm not going to lie. But
It may take the one, if that one man is Trevor Butler. Ooh, and that one is, he is hit by the pitch, Charlie Marshall. It seems like it might have been a graze there, but Charlie Marshall will take first base after being hit by the pitch. And now up for the Jayhawks, it is Eli to bat. All right. So, sorry, excuse me. It would be 100 men versus one gorilla unless it was 100 gorillas versus Trevor Butler. I'm not going to lie. Trevor's got the aura. I would take Trevor in that. And that is a pitch that wide to the left. But what would you think? 100 guys
if I got
or
to
one
pick,
gorilla?
If I got to pick the roster for the 100 guys, they might stand a chance. But if it's just like you got 100 ordinary average men, they don't
Oh, that one is gone. Hits that far into right field. And that one's going to get to the right side of the field. Let's see, will they come home? They will hold up at second and third. What a hit from Eli. Way out into right field. Hits the back wall. Doesn't quite get over. Strong hit there. And that'll put runners on second and third in scoring position early for the Jayhawks. Still no outs. And now we're back at the top of the order for the Jayhawks with Brody up to bat.
I really like how the Jayhawks are, how aggressive they are right now. That was a great piece of hitting. Just able to get a barrel on that and slice it into right field. One hops the fence, almost a ground rule double onto the street there, but it's a great job. Let's see how Dax is able to respond though.
That is a pitch. Started with a pitch a little bit to the right. It'll be a 1-0 count for the for Brody. And that one will be, ooh, they call it a strike. It looks like it stays in the box on the left side. Nice pitch there from Dax. It'll be a 1-1 count.
Sometimes you'll see that with umpires too. They'll widen the zone depending on.
And that one goes up. Factors. Looks like that may be a tag up potentially. Let's see. Will he catch it? He will. Into the short right field, high in foul territory. Nice grab from the first baseman, Romeo, who will be first up to bat for Oklahoma next time around. And that is one out now for the Oklahoma Sooners. Runners still on second and third. Now we have Owen up to bat. Last time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think he got it. Did he get hit by a pitch? Was he the first one?
No. If he was the second batter, it was a ground ball to the pitcher. That was a fielder's choice.
Gotcha.
Got the out at second.
That's right. You're correct.
He was safe at first.
So he did get a hit last time up, which is good for him. It is a 1-1 count right now. For some reason, it seems like the scoreboard may not be updated. Oh, and that is a wild pitch. He's going to try to get home. Charlie Marshall will get home. A third run for the Jayhawks. The score is now 6-3. A runner on third base. In scoring position still for the Jayhawks. And now they've cut the lead in half. After that first inning, 6 runs for Oklahoma. It looked really disastrous early for the Jayhawks. Like this could be a blowhawk. But now they've cut the lead in half. They're looking strong. 1 out right now. And that one will be low. And that count is now 3-2-1. Again, sorry, for some reason it seems like the scoreboard may not be updating on the stream, but we're updating it live. The count is 3-1. A runner on third base. 1 out for the Oklahoma Sooners. The pitch from Dax. Oh, and he hits him. That is another pitch to the left shoulder. That's got to be painful for some of these Jayhawk runners. They're going to be, honestly, I would be afraid if I was a Jayhawk batter right now because those pitches are coming in fast. This guy can throw. Those got to hurt.
And you know what? You got to take those for the team. The Jayhawks still down by 3 runs. They still need base runners. Tying runs actually up to the plate, which is great. It just shows the great fight in this Kansas club baseball team. And hopefully they can make something for it.
Ooh, almost hits another one there. This is Justin up to bat now for the for the Jayhawks. And yeah, they have a chance. I mean, unlikely we see a home run here, but on the off chance he does, this game is tied. It is 1 out, 1 runner on first, and 1 runner on third for the Jayhawks. The count is now 2-0. Sorry for, again, it's not updating live, but I will keep speaking to you live. It is 6-3, by the way. That score is also not accurate for whatever reason. It is 6-3. Oklahoma Sooners lead the Kansas Jayhawks. Dax with the pitch. And that is clean up center field. He may tag. It will land. We'll get down. And one more runner will score. That is Eli. Runners now on first and second. Strong pitch into center field. Thought he was going to catch that on a pop fly. Maybe try to tag up and get home after that. But I don't know what happened out in the center field right there.
It's cold. The ball's not really going to jump off the bat, and you barrel it unless you barrel it. Oklahoma's going to take a pitching timeout here, but just to talk about that, kind of got jammed a little bit. Just a good barrel control, though, just to keep it. And he's playing really deep in center field, so it wasn't surprising, but it was a great job by the guy running on first base to realize that the ball was going to get down to reach second safely. And it's only 90 feet from third to home, and a ball hit to center field. Even if it gets down, you're going to score regardless. So you just gotta be patient there, because if it is caught, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great tying run there from Eli to get down and easy. But honestly, impressive for me too. From I believe that is Owen, who was hit by the pitch earlier, to just hold that middle of first base and second base and get on base when it looked like it could have been a catch there. He was able to get to second base safely and see what's different now for the Sooners. Instead of potentially catching that, even though they still might have let the run up, that is 6-4 now for Kansas. They've scored 2 runs each inning. It is still just 1 out. Runners on first and second. Not technically in scoring position yet, but there is a chance if, I believe, Alex is up now to bat, can get a strong hit on this ball. We've seen kind of pitches everywhere. We've seen kind of hits everywhere except for left field today. So I'm curious to see if we'll get one there eventually. And that is a strong hit to right field. Can he catch it?
It's going to go foul.
It's going to go foul and just
play.
outside the field of play. But if that one stayed in play, that had a chance to hit the back wall. That was a nice hit there from Alex.
Just got under it. A little late on the timing. Get a little more out front. You can get a runner, move that runner to third. But still got a chance to battle.
Probably just 10 feet to the right there from being fair play, which is kind of a lot. Oh my goodness, he almost got hit again. Probably should have just taken that one to load the bases. But instead, it'll just be a 1-1 count now. Runners on first and second for Kansas, 1 out. 6-4 is your score. Oh, and he goes right over center field. What a hit into center field. We'll see. Is he going to try to go home? He is going to try to go home. Can he get there? Oh, it's wild! May have had a chance to get him out, but the throw to home plate goes wide to the left. And he won't be able to get him out. Runners on first and second. Probably shouldn't have waved him home, but for whatever reason, as you can see, whoever the third base coach for the Jayhawks is right now is saying, yell in the dugout, it works, it works.
Funny.
And it did work. It did. 6-5 now. Kansas has made this a game again. Runners on first and second, still 1 out for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Great
Zach is up
fight.
to bat now.
Great fight, too, for the Jayhawks.
Almost hits him. It's a wild pitch! And the runners will take third and second base. Now it is scoring position for the Jayhawks. And who would have thought after that first inning, they'd have a chance to take the lead in the second inning? What an unreal turn of events here in Topeka. Or Lake Shawnee, as it appears we actually are in. But it's a part of Topeka, I think.
Yeah, it's just south, yeah.
Yeah. The pitch from... almost... It's another wild pitch! And Justin will take home! Ladies and gentlemen, it is a tie game all of a sudden here. I have no idea how that happened, and... it looks like Oklahoma will be calling for a substitution. Looks like they'll be changing pitch. The catcher, I believe that is Cody, for the Oklahoma Sooners, is not happy with how the last 2 pitches have gone. Allowed Nance to take third and second, and then allowed a runner to get home. And I can't say I blame him, honestly. That is a rough couple of pitches there. The game is tied after an incredible first inning. Not what you want to see at all here. And we will take a short break while we figure out what the pitching situation will be.
in the middle of the count too.
All right, we are back here in Topeka, and the score is 6-6. The Kansas Jayhawks, after giving up 6 runs in the opening inning, have somehow rallied in the last 2 to tie it. And again, we apologize, the scoreboard is not updating, but the Oklahoma Sooners have made a pitcher change. I believe it is the left fielder Noah for the Sooners who's coming in now to pitch, and that is a pitch high left. We have a runner on third base. The count is 3-0 right now, and it is, I believe it is Zach up to bat right now for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, infield playing in for Oklahoma. They don't want this runner to score.
Strike there, yeah. Had to throw a strike there. I'm surprised he didn't swing at it, honestly. Might have been a little bit of a lower pitch than he was hoping for. We have a 3-1 count. 6-6 is the score. Runner on third base for the Kansas Jayhawks. 1 out right now still for the Oklahoma Sooners. It's been that way for a little bit. Oh, and he nails that one. Deep right field. Is he going to catch it? Is he going to go foul? It stays fair! What do they call? What's the call? There seems to be some confusion, but at the moment it looks like a Jayhawk may have scored, and that was a triple. It seems like... I'm not really sure what happened. It looked like it bounced fair and then it bounced out. I'm really unclear on what happened right now. The teams are arguing. The Jayhawks seems to think... The Jayhawks seem to think, excuse me, that it is 6-7 is the score right now. We will definitely be making jokes about that. As it stands right now, a triple for Zach, and it seems like Oklahoma may argue the call a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of confusion. It seemed like a fair ball to me. It seemed like it hit fair and bounced out. Just a misplay by the right fielder there, but it's very unclear on what actually happened there. That was a tough look. Definitely if you're that's a tough look. Tough look. And it seems like they're going to come together now with Oklahoma's manager and or coach to figure out what happens.
I think that was a fair ball. I'm not going to lie. There's not enough to honestly review it or return it, or review it or no return it. It's just not possible.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we'd have a replay review or anything like that. We may be the most reliable source for a replay review here, but
and I don't even know. Can you guys?
We can't get that far, unfortunately. So
yeah, but it looks fair. It's a good piece of hitting, regardless. You have 1 out, get the ball in the air. That ball was, whether or not he caught that ball or not, the run was scoring. So
yeah, that call will stand. It is now a Kansas Jayhawk lead, amazingly. After being down 6-0 in the first inning, they have rallied these last 2. The score is now 6-7. The Kansas Jayhawks lead by 1. 1-0 is your pitch count. Runner on third base. 1 out still for the Oklahoma Sooners. Oh, and that one goes over his head. Could have ate that one. Probably didn't need to, honestly. Now you're up a run. Honestly, we were talking earlier, what do the Kansas Jayhawks need to do to get back in this? We said it was early. Well, you said it was early. I was already kind of counting them out. And amazingly, they've come back in 2 innings. That is a strike.
And I said it. They just needed to get base runners. That's what they were able to do. They were able to get base runners, able to get a couple guys through the order, able to just get the next man up. That's the word. I didn't think they were going to come back this early and take the lead in the second inning. And if I know anything about how this,
it's another strike there. That is 2-2.
How games like this go, it's probably could be in for a long one here. And it's cold, so that doesn't help either. But
it is cold. It is a long day. It'll be a long day here in Topeka if we keep seeing hitting performances like this, and he'll strike out. Noah gets him. So clearly a good pitching change call for the Oklahoma Sooners as he gets a strikeout on his technically second batter, although he came in the middle of the count in the last one, as it is that was Keelan who just hit, so I believe it is now Jack, who is up to bat for the Jayhawks. We have a runner on third base. It is Zach on third base. He may be looking to steal home. We did see a home plate steal last time I was here from Charlie Marshall. No one seemed to know what was going on when it happened. It took like 5 to 10 minutes to even figure out if that was going to count or not. So we'll see if that happens here. Unlikely. The count is now 2-0 for Jack on plate.
It's going to be hard to steal home for the righty up. Honestly, you got to really do it with a lefty and with the righty pitcher too. He's looking right at him. It's gonna be hard for him to move anywhere.
And let's see the pitch into left field. He will go to right field and he gets him. All right, Oklahoma gets out of the inning. They gave up 5 runs. The Kansas Jayhawks now lead 6-7. We'll see you back at the top of the third. Welcome back to Topeka. We are at the top of the third inning now, and the Kansas Jayhawks lead 7-6, or as you may otherwise put it, the Oklahoma Sooners are down 6-7 at the top of the third. And for some reason, the scoreboard's still not updating, so you'll have to listen up. I will be giving you updates as we go, and that is a ball. An interesting call. Max does not seem happy with it.
Yeah, Max did not seem happy with it. It looked like a strike.
It is Romeo, the first baseman, up to bat now. The count is 1-0. Max will pitch. And the ball is hit into right, and they will call a foul. So foul ball, it'll be 1-1 now for Romeo. Or Romeo makes more sense.
Romeo, you had last AB, he was the one that drove in 2 runs for the Sooners on a base hit to right field. Looking to lead things off.
Oh, and that one is gone. He smokes that one. Is it going to go over the fence? It will. It is a home run for Romeo. Wow. Smokes that one into right field, and that is a homer. Oklahoma ties up the game at 7. What a hit. What a hit from the first baseman, and that one got into the street. I'm not exactly sure where it went to, but
it's in the Phillips 66 right over there. I'm telling you.
Someone at the gas station just got a souvenir. What a hit from Romeo. Wow, that is the first home run I've seen live here in Topeka. That was what the Sooners needed after going 1-2-3 last inning when they were up to hit. And that is a strong start. They've tied the game up again. And Andrew is up to bat now. That is the shortstop for the Oklahoma Sooners. And that first pitch is going to be a little wide to the right.
Going back to that home run, he knew it as soon as he left the box. And I want to retract my statement from earlier saying that there was not going to be a lot of long balls in this game, or any at all. But Romeo was able to kind of quiet me up. I did not think we were going to see any home runs because of how cold it was, but he got all of that one. He knew it.
Man, some of these hits have just they've really been getting a nice crack on the bat and just going far. Right away, I could see that one too. I had a feeling that was gone. A lot of hits deep into that right field. The right fielder's been busy today, I guess.
Both of them have.
Would that be the right fielder or the left fielder? I'm not great at directions.
It'd be the right fielder.
It would be. I thought so. Okay, we have a 3-1 count now after that pitch goes past the catcher. No man on base. Or sorry, is it 2-2?
2-2.
I'm sorry, it'll be 2-2. It is a 2-2 count as that pitch went past the catcher, but no runners on base, and that one goes wide to the right. It is a 3-2 count. No outs right now. The score is tied at 7, despite what the scoreboard at the top might tell you. We apologize for that. Not sure why it is not updating, but it is 7-7. The count is 3-2. No outs. Top of the third inning, and that is a foul into right. So the count will stay at 3-2. A lot of really exciting game we've seen so far. 7-7 at the top of the third is not you can't say you've seen a lot of baseball games with this high of a score this early on. And we're not even halfway through the game. We still got 5 innings to play, including this one. So we're in for a treat.
Not this early.
Gets a little bit of a hit on it, and it goes foul.
Good discipline there by the Jayhawks just to let them go foul. It was a tough one.
Smart to let that one go.
It's either it's going to be fair, you get him out. It's either going to be fair and he's safe, because that's a tough play to make regardless, or it's foul and he comes back. So great patience there by the Jayhawks. Good discipline.
Yeah, Charlie Marshall with the heads-up play right there. And the count remains 3-2 for Andrew. As Max is looking to get a strikeout here. Looking to get one out on the board. Would be a good start for the Jayhawks. You know, already let up the tying run. Had a really good hit. Have been really good hitting the ball so far. So with this new end, that'll be a ball 4 as Andrew will take first base. And now you have a runner on first. It is the top of the third inning. The score is 7-7 here. We have Noah, who I believe just stepped up to pitch for the Oklahoma Sooners, is now up to bat. He's playing left field earlier after giving up the triple early. And I believe the other runner scored eventually after that. Was able to get a strikeout and the inning. Able to get out of the field safely. Able to get off the field safely. And it seems to be an issue. I'm not really sure what's going on right now.
I wonder if it's...
The umpires will speak. I'm really not sure what is going on.
Not either.
This is very unclear.
I want to say it had something to do with the left-handed pitching and the pick off to first base. Would be my guess.
What could they be discussing? I'm not really sure. And just a heads up, unfortunately, at some point I will have to take off on this broadcast. I will have to make an hour-and-a-half drive up to Highland, Kansas to watch a basketball game. So Austin will be taking over on his own for the remainder of the innings once I have to take off in about 10 to 15 minutes here. And I'm really unclear on what's going on. The umps are talking to the pitcher and the catcher, but I'm not really sure if anybody knows what's going on. We all look confused. Me more than anybody here. I'm trying to listen to what he's saying, but he's speaking in a tone in which I cannot hear him. And it is very unclear.
They switched the ball out. I don't know.
Could that... Looks like everything's okay. Looks like we're just going to keep playing. I'm not really sure what happened. The umpire counted balls and strikes, who kind of looks like my co-writer at the Daily Kansan, AJ Niergarter. Shout out AJ.
Yeah, I met AJ the other day when I was at Allen Fieldhouse. Good character, good guy.
AJ's dope. He's awesome. And you will hear him on the broadcast with Trevor tomorrow, as I'm not actually sure who the Jayhawks play, but they will be back here.
They'll be
Oklahoma
back here,
again tomorrow.
Sure, yeah, it's a 3-game series.
All right, we'll have a 3-game series against Oklahoma tomorrow, so we'll be back tomorrow. As that first pitch is
it's low. I don't know.
Low, and it'll be ball 1.
Once I hit the dirt, I don't have a good angle.
Again, just to give you a quick update, it is 7-7. 1-0 is the count. Runner on third base. It is the top of the third inning. Sorry again for these score bug issues, and that will be a strike right there from Max. Nice pitch from him. So this is an early... I usually don't see early pitcher changes like this, especially from a guy who's still going to be hitting. But Noah comes out of left field, is able to deliver a couple strikes. We'll see if he can get a nice hit on the ball here. Help the Sooners even more than what he has been doing so far. And the count is 2-1.
I'd like to have some movement up in the bullpen over there. I don't know if it's just two guys playing catch or if some pitcher's getting ready to warm up and they just kind of wanted to get out of that inning with a new
nice
arm.
strike.
But it'll be interesting to see what the Sooners do next inning.
Yeah, absolutely. Very curious. I know it was not a good 2 innings from the original pitcher, Dax, but still, and that one will go wide right. Excuse me. That one will go wide right.
Struggled the first inning, bounced back in the second inning, put up a 0 on the frame, gave up the home run. He's kind of finding it again. He's getting deep into counts. It's a brand new ball game, so.
And that is a strikeout. Nice pitch there from Max. And that'll be, I believe, his third strikeout of the day. After that opening inning where he gave up 6 runs, yeah, and obviously he gave up the homer earlier, but he's working. That's the Jayhawks' first out of the day. Or, sorry, of the inning. Not of the day. They have 6. That's how we got to the third inning. But that is their first out of the inning. And Max, the pitch here. Ooh, when he hits him in the side of the leg. Looks like it just might have bounced off him a little bit, but that was a fireball. And runners will now take first and second base. The score here is 7-7. Runners on first and second base, top of the third inning, and now we have, I believe that was Zach who got hit by the pitch, and now we have Larson, the center fielder, who's up to play. He's seen a couple hits go his way in center field. So far, not too much success on the fielding side of things. Obviously, it's been a rough couple of innings for the Oklahoma Sooners in the outfield.
Giving up 2 in the first inning and 5 in the second inning. It's been a struggle for the Sooners here. They had a lead. All they had to do was just throw strikes and keep the Jayhawks off base, and they struggled to do that. But, I mean, that'll happen as the game progresses. You're going to make mistakes, but mistakes were made, and now we have a brand new ball game.
And that is true. As that pitch was low, the count will be, I believe, 1-0. Now he's looking at second base, potentially to pick him off. He's going to push in. It'll be wide right. Looks like, I believe it is Andrew, the shortstop on second base, who is attempting to steal, or looking like he wants to. Definitely daring him to throw a leadoff pitch right there. As this pitch from Mac, yep, he's going to look back second, checks his bases. Ooh, and he fakes it. Smart play there.
That one's legal. They just keep him honest. You don't have to throw that. That's a little half turn there. I'm blanking on what it's called.
Andrew's baiting this guy to throw this. I know he really wants to see it because this could be potential. If that ball goes over his head, that is an easy third base here.
Oh,
and there's been some struggles on trying to check bases a little bit here early on. A lot of stealing early in these first couple of innings. Haven't seen one in the third yet. We'll find out. And that is a nice strike right there on the 3-0 count. So now it is 3-1. Keeps this count alive. prevents the bases from being loaded. This is a big out for Kansas. They don't have a runner in scoring position yet, but if he walks this hitter, if he walks Larson, this will be bases loaded for the Sooners with only one out. When he gets around, and it looks like he's going to try to come home. Andrew looks to come home. The other runners hold him at first and second. He will get home. 8-7, Oklahoma Sooners take back the lead after giving it up for a brief moment there in the second inning. Andrew gets home safely. Nice running from him. That was fast. Had no chance ever to make that play. And runners on first and second once again for the Sooners. Still one out. Now they have the lead. And clearly this means this is scoring position for the Sooners. They've proven when they get on second base, they can run home from there. They are fast enough. They got a lot of fast guys on this team. And now we'll see left-handed batter Ethan, the right fielder. And that is a strike there from Max. Well, Austin, what have you been seeing so far these last couple of innings that have really made this a close game from what it looked like early on, which was a blowout?
Well, it all starts with the arms, in my opinion. Both pitchers struggled early on. Max over here with control and walking guys early on. That's what allowed Oklahoma to get up to a strong early lead. And now here in the top of the third, gave up that home run, kind of struggling to bounce back after giving up the home run. But all in all he has to do is settle back in. It's a force out to any base now after hitting that batter, and catcher coming over to check on him. And basically what he's telling him is just calm down, you're all right. We're in a good situation. I mean, if he hits back to you, come to me at home. Potential for a double play opportunity as the Jayhawks also out of this game, but if he can hold it here, he'll definitely probably come out for the fourth.
Well, great analysis right there, Austin. Great take. Love to hear the ball knowledge. Unfortunately, it seems like this will be probably my last hitter before I'm going to have to take off and make my trip to Highland. Hopefully, we can make it to the bottom of the third before I have to take off. Again, 8-7 is the Oklahoma Sooners lead. It is not 6-2. And the count is now 1-0 for the batter, which is
leadoff hitter
Hayato. Is the second baseman. We're back to the top of the order for the Oklahoma Sooners. And that is a nice strike pitch right there from Max. We've seen a good amount of strikes from him as opposed to the Oklahoma Sooners pitcher, which really was kind of struggling to throw strikes there for a while. But it's just a lot of these pitches are just going slightly out. He's definitely trying to paint the edges, but he may just need to, and that is another one wide right. He's trying to get that curve on the ball, but he seems to be struggling to get that to curve just back into the box enough to get it. And it's resulted in walks, hits, and by the way, the bases are loaded, just to clarify. Oh, he almost hits him again. All right, 3-1 is the count.
If he walks in a run here, I don't know. It could mark the end of his day. Need to show some fight here, some battle. Be competitive, compete.
As the pitch goes, and that'll walk him, and that'll be a run. That's gonna go ahead and most likely end his day, and it will, unfortunately. Yep, it will. Charlie Marshall calls for the next pitcher. Unfortunately, it will end my day as well. We will take a short break, and Austin will be back with you guys shortly. It's been great for me being here with Kansas Club Baseball. Oklahoma Sooners hold the lead 9-7 in the third inning. 1 out, bases loaded. We'll be back in a minute.
Welcome back to Lake Shawnee and Bada Sports Complex. Here just south of Topeka right now. A dogfight between the Oklahoma Sooners and the Kansas Jayhawks. Bases loaded for the Sooners here, top third. As we had a pitching change for the Jayhawks. He comes set. And the first pitch to Cody is high. Ball 1. To get here, been a couple walks. Had a home run earlier in the inning and just a pitching change after another free pass and a free score. As the next pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Count is now 1-1. A little game recap so far. Sooners got hot early. 6 runs in the first. Jayhawks responded with 2. And then a scoreless frame thrown by the Jayhawks. As the next pitch comes in, is blooped into center field, and it will be caught by the second baseman. Looking to tag up are the Sooners, but it's not. Be the second out of the inning, and a good job by Kansas to damage control. Justin out of bat for the Sooners. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Going to that recap, second innings, Hawks throw a scoreless frame, and then they score 5 to take the lead. 3 in this top frame for the Sooners as the ball in the dirt. Count is now 1-0. Now here alone as Xander had to leave, watch a couple basketball games as the 0-1 is smacked hard on the ground to first base, recovered by the first base, and he'll take it and step on the bag. So good damage control there for the Jayhawks. 9-7 the score, going to the bottom of the third. We'll be back after this. And I'd like to welcome you guys back here to Lake Shawnee, just south of Topeka at Bada Sports Complex. Charlie, the catcher, due up for the Jayhawks, as this game has been very highly scored. It's been a combination of bad pitching, bad hitting, it's just been a struggle bus for both teams as first pitch is in the dirt. as catcher throws his sunglasses to the side. Charlie takes his stance. Pitcher looks at him. The 1-0 count is hit hard foul down the third base line. Jayhawks now trailing by 2 as it's 9-7. Scorebug bugging out as another one hit foul down the third base line. 1-2 the count now. No on, no out here for the Jayhawks. As I am now alone, Xander had to leave. Bottom 3 here in 7 innings. Ball 2 in the dirt, so a good start here for the Jayhawks and the Sooners. Good battle here on tap. Great job by Kansas to get out of the jam last inning. Heart of the order due up for the Sooners next time by, as this one's fouled straight back behind me. Count remains 2-2. Very chilly day here just south of Topeka. Jayhawks taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. Looking forward to the football game later today as the 2-2 is chopped to third base. It will stay fair. On the run, throw to first, gets him. And a great play there by the third baseman. That is Eddie. One away. Great play there by the third baseman. He was able to stay with it, even though it looked like it had a chance to go foul. Was able to stick with it. First pitch is low, ball 1. As we see Eli, the center fielder for the Jayhawks. Like I was saying earlier, Jayhawks play Oklahoma State later, the in-state rivals of the Sooners. They're 22.5-point favorites. I will be attending after this game as the 1-1 is flown out to shallow left field. The shortstop's underneath it, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So a great job there by the Sooners. It's just they get the lead and not letting the Jayhawks come back as the order flips around. Brody now up for the Jayhawks. Making quick work of the Hawks, the Sooners are. That's from the windup. This one's hit out of play to the right side. Fun team so far for the Hawks. It's been a good game. Lots of scoring action, so if you like the offensive side of baseball, you will enjoy this game. Lots of offense so far. The 0-1 after the foul ball is skied up to shallow right field. Right fielder making in, calling off. No, second baseman's calling it. And he makes the catch in shallow right field for the final out of the inning. So a great job by the Sooners to get quick 1-2-3 work of the Hawks. Top 4 coming up right after this. And welcome back to Baddest Sports Complex here in Lake Shawnee, just south of Topeka, Kansas. Got a great one on store today. Sooners leading the Jayhawks 9-7 here, top of the fourth. Romeo due up for the Sooners. Last AB took one deep to left field, and a more impressive home runs I've seen here in the cold fall ball, as that pitch was inside, called strike one. 0-1 the count. That's a scoreboard. As this one's driven out to center field, moving a little to his left. He'll make the catch in center field for the first out of the inning. So after a chaotic first couple of innings from both teams offensively, pitcher's starting to settle back in. As it's now Andrew in, as that one is called strike on the outside corner. Andrew, the shortstop here for the Sooners, batting fifth in the lineup. The 0-1, breaking ball just inside, just misses the outside part. This KU pitcher gets really over the top. You're going to get more of that 12-6 curve action with how high he releases that ball. It's another off-speed pitch in the dirt taken by Andrew for ball number 2. 2-1 the count. Now, as I'm still shivering. Has not gotten any warmer. Cloud coverage starting here. Just a partly overcast day as this one sliced through the hole between the third baseman and shortstop into left field for a base hit. And the Sooners 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the fourth as we get Noah coming to the plate. Left fielder batting sixth. As we saw the Sooners be aggressive when Alex was pitching, the lefty. Let's see if they continue that aggression here against this new Jayhawks pitcher. Decently at first, comes set as it's a pickoff move to first. First baseman caught off guard a little bit, came off the bag. No tag necessary. And we'll do it again. Noah in the box. Coming set. Runner does not take off. This one's chopped to third. 5, 4, 3. Double play for the Jayhawks, and they get out of that inning after giving up the hit. Calm down as I start to go solo dolo here. 9-7 still a score, going to the bottom of the fourth inning. Owen, Justin, Alex do it for the Hawks. We'll see you after this. Welcome back now to Bata Sports Complex here in Lake Shawnee, just south of Topeka, Kansas. Jayhawks hosting the Oklahoma Sooners here in the first of 3-game series this weekend. Up to bat now is Owen. Batting second, sorry about that. Batting second, playing short. As we just wait on the umpire here, kind of calm down here in the bottom of the third, top of the 4, as these new pitchers for each squad commanding the zone early, as that one swung on and missed. Strike number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. They'll wind up. Here comes the pitch in the dirt. A little loss of control there, and spikes that one just short of the plate. Catcher able to keep it in front. The 1-1 coming is inside, called ball. Just missed, maybe a little high as well. I wish I could say it was a beautiful day, but time and time again, gloomy, cold, as that one's chopped foul down the third base line. Everyone gave the third base coach a tough time, couldn't handle that one, and I honestly don't blame him if he was not trying to catch it. It's cold out here, and I know that would have stung the mittens a little bit. Deuces the count and the pitch. Chopped to third. Fielded cleanly by the third baseman. Throw spiked and cannot pick it at first base. That will go down as an error on the throw. Great effort there by the Sooners, and the Jayhawks find themselves with a runner on base, down by 2. Top of this Jayhawks order has been very good today, and also the heart of their order. That's where all their scoring and their runs have been generated, all 7 of them. Justin now to bat for the Jayhawks after Owen reaches first base on the error. Takes a shallow lead at first. The pitch, after coming set, is ripped in the left field, and that's a base hit for Justin. Great aggressive hitting there from Justin, and now just like that, the Jayhawks with the go-ahead run coming to the plate. That will be Alex, the first baseman. Poked one into center field earlier today, generating a couple more Jayhawk runs. Sooners just need some damage control now. They just need to get it out here. As the stretch, that one, low, ball 1. I don't know if I agree with that, but I am just slightly behind the home plate umpire, but it looked like it was knee level. Probably a little squeeze there from the umpire as comes set, as they will call that on the pitch, not the swing, as its count moves to 1-1. 9-7 the score here, bottom 4 here at Lake Shawnee, Kansas, just south of Topeka. Bata Sports Complex. Kansas Club Baseball. Is that one off speed pitch, swung through and missed. 1-2 the count now. Alex needing to battle here. Needs to be a good 2-strike hitter. All he needs is really put the ball in play on the right side and potentially scoring a run. As that's strike 3 swinging. And a good bounce back there, the first out of the inning for the Sooners. Now batting for the Jayhawks, it's going to be Zach, the left fielder. Jayhawks just need to put the ball in play to try to get that runner over the third. They do have him in scoring position, as that one's outside for ball 1. Man, it is cold outside. I cannot say it enough. I am freezing. I have a coat on, multiple layers, and still cold, as that one's taking the other way to right field. Popped up, and it will just get out of play. And oh, wow. Third baseman hops over the short fence and into the bullpen of the Sooners. Great show of athleticism there. That ball was way out of play. It went over the bullpen. It went way out of play, but nonetheless, it's 1-1. Great effort. Zach waiting for the pitch as that one's ripped to the second baseman, through into right field. Here comes the play to the plate as he's rounding third. The throw home is not in time. Fielded shorted by the catcher. There's second. Ball gets away, and he's safe at second. So the Jayhawks showing some life here in the bottom of the fourth. Runners on second and third now, down by 1 run. Great piece of hitting there from Justin, able to poke it through that right side of the infield. Now the Sooners wanting to keep the lead. They bring the infield in as this ball is hitting the left field. Running back on it, and it will be caught by the runner tagging as Justin, and he'll make it easily to home, and this game is tied at 9 apiece. Great piece of hitting there from Kalad. As Jack now up for the Jayhawks in a tie game. Runner still in scoring position. 2 out. As let's see if the Sooners can do a little bit of damage control here to prevent that go-ahead run from scoring. Comes set now. The pitch is going to be off jam shot. Squibbles foul. Picked up by the first baseman, Romeo. The big bat for the Sooners. I mentioned earlier about the cold weather and potential for one piece. Jack over here using a 2-piece. The Rawlings icon, I believe, as the runner takes off from second. And off Jack. And this ball is still live. Jayhawks looking home. Third baseman has trouble with it, and the Jayhawks have the lead, but a time called now. But I believe it appears that the umpires are going to discuss it. If I want to give my opinion on it, the runner, he did not move in the box and took it. He wore it. He didn't move. He stayed in the box. So whether or not they're going to call this a live or a dead ball will be on me, and they're going to let the play stand. So the Jayhawks will take the lead. Umpires take their position again as we have some confusion. I don't think the pitcher has the ball. That's 1-1 count. Cleared that up, and now Jayhawks have the lead, 10-9. Here in the bottom of the fourth, the windup now. The pitch low. Called ball. Jayhawks in a really unusual series of events sneak in a run as this one's fouled out of play. 2-2 the count now. Everyone bundled up here in the stands. It's chilly. It is chilly. The day after Halloween, November 1st, as the 2-2 pitch is fouled straight back. Jayhawks have shown a lot of fight. They were down 6-0 early as the starter Alex walked in a couple runs, a couple hits here and there. They battled back, got 2 back in the first, and then scoreless after a scoreless top of the second by the Sooners. They score 5 and take the lead in the bottom of the second, but the Sooners right back answered in the top of the 3, and they were scoreless for the bottom half and the top half of the fourth, as this one's ripped into left field just past the outstretched glove of Andrew, and a great piece of hitting. Jayhawks have more life here with a runner on first. 2 outs. As that will bring back up the catcher, Charlie. Great piece of hitting there from Jack. As you can see the recap, the Hawks put up a bottom piece. This one's going to be a wild pitch, and Jack will take second base. Looking for 3, but not going to go. Hawks move a runner to scoring position now with 2 outs. Let's see if they can add a little insurance here. As hope you all had a great Halloween last night. So that one in there for a strike. Count is now 1-1. Because I know I did. It was a late night for me, but I got up and I'm here calling this great game. I wasn't in the dirt. Great block there by the catcher. And tries to pick him at second. Jack wasn't looking, but able to scramble back. Great awareness. I like the play from the Sooners catcher. That is Cody. Coming set now. The pitch. Smoked into right field. Shallow right field. Is it going to stay fair? It does not. Called foul ball. And right fielder ran hard into the fence, and it is cold. And I know if I ran into that fence right now, it would sting a little bit. So trying to get more balls, as they're probably going to send a Hawks player to go retrieve that ball down in the right field corner. 2-2 the count now for Charlie, as the Hawks again trying to look for some insurance. Comes set the pitch. Ball high. Good lead there. And the count is now full at 3-2. 3-2, 2 out. Bottom 4. Runner on second. That's Jack. Comes set the pitch. Outside. Called ball 4. Now 2-2 out for the Hawks. As I don't know if I agree with that call a lot. Nonetheless, Hawks get a runner. Eli now to bat, the center fielder for the Jayhawks. The lefty-righty matchup. Comes set the pitch. Skied into right center field. People moving in on it, talking, and the center fielder will make the catch to end the inning. So the Hawks put up 3 in the bottom half of this inning. They take the lead 10-9. High scoring affair here in Lake Shawnee. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Lake Shawnee, just south of Topeka, Beta Sports Complex. As the Hawks take on the Sooners. Very competitive game so far, as the scorebook still won't update. I think we have a pinch hitter here for Romeo. Not sure the name. As first pitch is skied, and it will just get out of play, just behind the bleachers. It actually will bounce back into the bleachers. 0-1 the count now. As if the stream cuts out at any point in time, the computer I'm using right now is at 10% for the stream, so good chance I can lose you guys for a second as that ball's in the dirt. Nonetheless, we're going to keep on chugging here at the top of the fifth. Hawks lead 10-9, 1-1 the count. Set now the pitch. Looping curveball in there. Swung on strike, swung on swinging. 1-2 the count now. Hawks looking to keep that scoreless momentum as they held the Sooners to no runs in the top half of the last frame. As that pitch, another looping off-speed pitch, just gets by the catcher and a little outside. 2-2 the count now. Oh, 3-2 now. Sorry. Count is full. Coming set now, the pitch is outside, misses, ball 4. So Sooners, great job starting off the top half of the fifth with a runner on base. The Hawks had a double play, though, that ended the top half of the last frame. Looking for more of the same here. This may be another pinch hitter here for the Sooners. Comes set now the pitch. Ball in the dirt, gets away. Runner will make it to second, and he's looking for 3, but he will aggressively round and make it safely back to second. Catcher threw it down to third. No harm, no foul, as it's 1-0 the count. I'm going to see what I can try to do to get this stream on another computer, potentially, as the 1-0, a big lead on second. Just misses inside. 1-1 the count. Might try to see what I can do in the middle of the fifth, as that ball is going to get in there for a strike. Count is now 1-2 to the Sooners hitter. Common set now. The 1-2. Hit softly on the ground, the third. Third baseman won't be able to cut it off. Shortstop gets it. Off balance, throw to first. In time! A great play there by the shortstop. Great concentration. That's Owen. As a diving jack at third base. Almost distracting. It's a tough play to be made, but he makes it. Sooners do get a runner on third, however. And a chance to tie this game with 1 out. And a runner on. Third base playing a little in, and now here comes the first baseman. The first pitch loops in there, strike 1. You'll see this a lot typically as the corners will look that runner back to third as this ball's hit to the shortstop. Diving play, makes the catch, throw on the third is in time! And it is a 6-5 double play for the Hawks. And they get out of the jam and keep the lead going into the bottom half of the frame. We'll see in a minute after these. Well, not really. I'd like to welcome you back here to... Well, that's not good. I'd like to welcome you guys back here to... That might be the battery. We're gonna... I'm gonna try to get this battery changed out. As try to attempt to call this game as well. Hawks here in the bottom half of the fifth after getting that nice double play. That ball's in the dirt. Ball one. One up count is inside ball two. The wind up and the pitch. Chopped foul on the third base line. That ball hit on the ground to second. Coming in on it is the second baseman. The throw on the first in time to get the out at first. Hawks. Or Sooners going to do a good job getting that first out of the inning. Trailing by one. That ball in the dirt, scooped by the catcher, ball one. That ball hit in the air down the left field line, but it would move out of play, so... That one called strike two. 1-2 the count now. The windup in the pitch. Chopped on the ground down the third baseline, foul. Hit hard and will move to the corner. Still trying to get that camera set up for you guys. As I think they're trying to find more baseballs. Yeah, that's the stoppage of play here at the moment. As that one checked down the first. Calls it a no swing. That one's hit sharply into center field, base hits. So Hawks get a runner on here with one down in the fifth. This one sharply hit down the line, fair. Stops very sharply in left field. As that ball was hit down the line, that'll be a double for Justin as he gets in there before the tag. As I have fixed the stream, guys. I'm surprised I was able to figure that out. My first stream here with Club KU Baseball, as you guys just missed that sharply hit ball down the line. And the scoreboard is also working now. So, but I believe at any moment I could lose you guys. This computer that I'm streaming on is at 7%. Hopefully you can make it 2 more innings. The Sooners now come in, trying to hold that insurance run at third base. First pitch chopped foul behind the plate. Second and third now with one gone. In a 10-9 ball game. Infield playing in. Comes set the pitch. Chopped to short. Fielded on the back. Piece of work there by the Sooners, and very impressive backhand there from the shortstop. As now the lefty comes up. That is Zach. Come set the pitch. Just needs to get a hit here as this one's skied into center field. In on it, and is the center fielder calling for it. And he'll make the catch. So the Sooners get out of trouble in the top half of the inning. We'll see you here in the bottom half of the fifth. Sorry, the sixth to come. We'll see you after this. Welcome back here now, top half of the sixth inning to come. Kansas leads this one 10-9. Sooners looking to add some get back into this one, at least tie the game. It's the top half of the order. 1-2-3 up for the Sooners. Looping curveball in there, strike one. As after the pitching change from both teams, it's been a really impressive outing for both of the pitchers that came in relief, as this one will miss high. I want to count now to Hayota. Cool name. Come and set now the pitch. Another looping pitch in, and then it's called strike two. Sooners looking like they're taking a more passive approach to this one, trying to extend this game as long as possible. As this one's inside, almost hits him, backs off, brushes him off the plate. 2-2 the count now. I'm Austin Humphrey, joined by no one as I'm here in Lake Shawnee, just south of Topeka, Kansas. This one's on the ground, right to the pitcher as he'll run over, flip it to the first baseman, covering. And just like that, Kansas with one out here in the top half of the frame. First pitch is skied out into center field. Moving in on it is a center fielder, and he'll take that with ease. As quickly 2 outs now for the Hawks. Sooners, though, at the heart of the order coming up now. Eddie 3, Romeo 4. As you saw, Romeo hit a home run a couple of innings ago over that right field wall onto the road, and there's also a gas station over there. He also hit it into that parking lot. It was a bomb. As the first pitch to Eddie. He's a ball high. Want to know the count? Coming set now, the pitch again. Low, that one's in the dirt. 2-0 now. I'm Oklahoma here. You got to stay aggressive. That's been working for you all game. You've put up 9 runs and are losing. It's not an offensive problem that you're having, as it's 3-0 the count. Just need to keep swinging the bat, keep going up there with confidence, and just next man up. It's like I was saying when the game was 6-0, and I was talking about the Jayhawks. As they do get a runner on here with 2 outs, not hurting the Jayhawks, but with a dangerous hitter coming up who can change the game with one swing of the bat, as we saw a little earlier in the game. That could happen as Romeo steps to the plate. Number 91, the first baseman, batting cleanup for the Sooners. From the stretch as an outside pitch, as I wouldn't blame him for wanting to pitch around Romeo. Have some bases to give, only needing 1 more out. Self-inflicting wounds for both teams defensively as this one's run, as this ball's hit into the gap in right center field. Back on as the center fielder, and he'll range and make a tremendous catch running. Made it look easy, though. Good bat on ball by Romeo. Bottom of the 6th coming up now. As you're watching the KU Baseball Club channel. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Bada Sports Complex here in Lake Shawnee, Kansas, just south of Topeka, Kansas. I'm Austin Humphrey with you, covering KU Club Baseball here today. Oklahoma Sooners trailing the Jayhawks 10-9, as the Jayhawks looking to build on their 10-9 lead here in the bottom half of the 6th. A little bit of insurance, and from the windup, the first pitch on the outside part of the plate called strike 1. Pitching struggled early on for both teams, hence the score. This one's away for ball 1. Both teams struggled defensively, pitching-wise, maybe more specific early on, but both teams have had to settle in with their second pitchers on the mound, as that one's clips the corner for strike 2, 1-2 the count now. Just need to keep throwing strikes if you're Oklahoma. There's that one in the dirt, ball 2. Count knotted up at 2-2. Haven't seen a bat swung yet in this AB. Gloomy day here in South Topeka, as that ball check swings, and they're going to say he swung. So that is a strikeout for the Sooners, and the first out of the bottom half of the frame. Tough call to make there by the first base umpire. Might have been the right one, might have been the wrong one. You never know with those. Is the lineup for the first pitch to Jack, who's the third baseman, inside ball one. Seen everything in this game. You've seen someone steal home. You've seen a home run. You've seen soft grounders and a Jeter backhand play by the shortstop over the head and out of play. Tough play to be made there. Not sure what the rule for that, the ruling on that will be. But nonetheless, Jack will be able to take second. And just like that, the Hawks have a batter or a runner in scoring position. Looking to add on the insurance here with one away. As it looks like we'll be getting a pinch hitter. No, we will not be getting a pinch hitter. Sorry about that. It's Charlie up to bat, the catcher. Don't know why I thought there was going to be a pinch hitter, but nonetheless. We're hanging on by a shred here, folks. 3% battery. I'm trying to get it switched to my laptop. I'm using my partner Xander's, who had to leave early. We didn't want to switch the stream, and I didn't have Streamlabs downloaded on my computer. So, but I do have it now, so potential just to get it back up. If not, I might just have to pack up early. But we'll see what I can do in the short time that I have to get the stream back up and running, as it's 2-0 now to Charlie. Sooners can't afford a lot of base runners here, down by 1. And in the bottom half of the frame, they only have one more frame of offense left as Charlie calls time. Time is granted. Pitcher steps off the mound as he embraces that mound. He comes set. Looks at the runner at second. The pitch. Swung on, popped up. Shallow right field as it's hooking back foul. Second baseman looks like he's there, and he makes a tremendous catch in foul territory on that right side, as this wind is crazy. It doesn't even feel like it's that windy, but it's cold and it's breezy. Right fielder now, or the center fielder now for the Jayhawks, it's Eli, as he looks at a pitch outside. 4-1. 2 outs in this frame now for the Hawks. Sooners looking to get out of it and try to tie this game up in the top half of the final frame, potentially. As that ball swung on and missed in the dirt. 1-1 the count now. Like the aggressiveness. Other KU sports going on today. You got KU football against Oklahoma State. They're 22.5-point favorites, looking to bounce back after the loss in the Sunflower Showdown, as that ball is outside for ball 2. I was at that game. It was very disappointing. I was also at the Missouri game earlier this year. That was also very disappointing. I'm a freshman here at KU. As this one's fouled back. Count will go to 2-2. I'm a freshman here at KU. And I'm already 0-2 in rivalries in the sports that I like to watch. I called the volleyball game a couple Fridays ago. Kansas K-State. Kansas lost that in 5 sets after they swept TCU a couple nights before that, who were ranked. K-State was unranked. As the next pitch, a sliced foul down the third baseline. Count remained 2-2. 2 outs here in the bottom half. This is funny. 2-2 count. 2 outs and a runner on second. As they're playing cat and mouse game by the manager of both the Jayhawks and the Sooners, as the next pitch, as he calls it, strike 3 on the outside corner. That will end the bottom half of the frame for the Jayhawks. 7th inning coming up. We'll see you after this. You're watching KU Club Baseball. Welcome back to this presentation of KU Club Baseball here on YouTube. Top 7 coming up. Let's see if Kansas can make quick work. As I don't know where my scoreboard went, so we're just going to leave that there. You're not going to have any scoreboard updates. Just know it's the top 7. Kansas 10, Oklahoma 9. It's a race to see if my stream can do it, and that's a great start. Popped up to shallow center field. Center fielder making a long run to it, and he's under it, making the catch for out number 1, and a great start for the top half of the frame for the Jayhawks. Just over the 2-hour mark on this stream. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey. It's been a wild one. We've seen home runs, we've seen errors, we've seen walks, we've seen hit by pitches. We've seen it all today as it's 10-9 the score. We've also seen some great pitching. As this one's skied up, as this one's probably going to hit right where I'm at. Just behind me. It's just behind me. I thought I was going to hit the little covering I was on. That would have been a loud bang sound. Nonetheless, it's 0-1 the count. Oklahoma taking a more aggressive approach here in this top half of the frame. This one's going to be low and away for ball 1. Coming sets. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. In the dirt. Low and away. The next pitch is chopped foul down the third base line. And now the count is 1-2. Or 2-2, sorry. Excuse me. Coming set now the pitch. Popped up, shallow right field. First baseman giving chase on. It's going to be a tough play. Diving effort, no good. Going to second now. The throw to second. The play safe at second. And a little tricky triangle there. You guys can't see it. But just on the line, it was between